Hi, this is Stephen Pierce, and I want to welcome you to The Power to Create Profits. Now, in our last session, we shared a 3-part interview with Kim Pingleton. And as a result of that, many people emailed us, and they were encouraged by it, and they were inspired by it. And we actually had people ask us, did we have some other stories that we can share of people who are having success using our coaching? And you know what? We sure do. What I want to do is I want to share with you the story of Durante. All right. In fact, you know what? I'm going to let Durante share his story with you himself. At a recent seminar we did, Durante was there, and we interviewed him real quickly. We brought him up in front of the room, and we asked him a few questions. And I think you'll find that the experience that he had in being in a business that was extremely competitive, he was in a business that he really had no business being in. And as a result of us talking, we encouraged him, with a great deal of resistance from him, by the way, we encouraged him to actually move away from that business and to pursue something else. And as a result of that, he ended up creating a product that's done over $1 million. And actually, you know what? I'm going to let him share that story with you himself. So let's go live to this seminar where I'm up at the front of the room talking to Durante. This is a guy that is a poster child of what can happen if you just simply take action, even if you're kind of resistant to the idea and it doesn't necessarily sit well with you. Don't always wait for something to sit well with you and wait for things to be convenient and easy for you to do. You just got to just get out there and do it. So after we got together, you were here for our Innovation and Net Marketing Experience. Correct. And you were telling me about the business that you were in, and I suggested doing a press release and also taking a kind of controversial angle and a shot at one of the big real estate guys that were out there. And I want you to share with everybody what happened.
Part of marketing, Stephen said that he suggested, after Eric and I talked with him, that we get real aggressive in our marketing campaign and actually do some power headlines in our press release, not attacking, but telling. Basically, the press release said what Ron LeGrand, Robert Allen, and Rush Raw ain't telling you. And we did it reluctantly, but we did it. And the results from it is, I can't even describe the results because we ended up with so much response we weren't anticipating it. Inquiries, phone calls, emails. We weren't ready for the influx, but out of it came some new products because we ended up creating some new products as a result of the press release. But we weren't anticipating the results, and I was real reluctant to even do it. But he said, do it, so I did it.
Now, also, you have a $6,500 program, right?
Yeah.
And as a result of that press release, about at least 40 people can be traced to that press release.
Yeah, we got about 40 of our members were a direct result from that press release. Actually, at least they said they did, but it's a lot of it. It just happens. I mean, if you do something, you have to make it happen. You can't. I didn't wait till I felt like doing it until everything was right. Just like we did a press release. I mean, that article last night. I had to submit an article because what I've learned more than anything is you can't wait till you know everything to do anything. You have to walk in the light you have, and if you got a 3-watt bulb, just start plugging. You just have to do this stuff. If you don't do it, nothing will happen. I know that we spent years researching and analyzing stuff, but until you do something and have something you believe in, most importantly, believing in yourself and what you're doing, do it. You have to do it. You can talk about it, but after a while, you got to walk it. You can't talk it. You got to bring it. You can't sing it.
That's interesting because when we had first started talking and we were talking to you guys one-on-one with Eric, right? Yeah. You guys were kind of conflicted on what it is you wanted to do. And I was like, based on this one direction you guys wanted to go into, and then this other direction, and then kind of listening to what was, your real emotional drivers, we kind of suggested, well, you know what, you really shouldn't do this. What you should do is pursue this. But you were pretty much heavily financially invested in this one angle.
Right. Oh, right? God, you're talking about way back. Yeah. Ooh, why you bring that up?
But that was a real pivotal moment because when you made that decision, it just started to skyrocket.
What it was, we were in the coaching class that Stephen did a while back, and I had an internet marketing site, and I was trying to sell $10 ebooks. And in the coaching class, what came out of it was, he basically said, get out of the internet marketing business. I didn't want to hear that, and I was actually mad at it. I ain't pay you to tell me that. And that was my attitude, but after we thought about it and really looked at it and really started pondering, getting out of the box, we ended up with a $1 million product and but the thing was, when he told us to get out of it, we were in it, and we were like thousands and thousands of dollars into this website that ain't paid a dime yet. And he's saying, scrap it and create a product around what you know. And that was the beginning of and that's what we did. It took a few months to do it, but up here I had to make the shift because I didn't want to do it. I was locked down in that website with all that internet, about all them $10 ebook license and master resale rights and stuff. Whereas now we have a coaching class. It's $3,500. We got a $6,500 website. And we've been invited to teach some seminars and stuff. And we got our own home study courses and packaging. But it all goes back to what Stephen mentioned a couple of years ago about get out the box and don't be afraid. But I had to get out of my comfort zone. I was comfortable with what I was doing. And I didn't want to be told that what I was doing was wrong. But I told Eric, I said, man, forget him. Paying this guy all this money to tell me this. Eric said, yeah, but he makes a good point. I go, good point. What about my money? But after we thought about it, it made sense, and it's proven that even now, it paid off. This is one of 20 of our products that we've come out with. And it all goes back to, and the thing is, guys, and I think the most important thing was that we had that inside all along, and we had $1 million product and we're out chasing $10 books. But because of what we learned with Stephen and especially the innovation workshop, it caused me to look in. When I really began to look inside, I had $1 million product inside of me and didn't even know it. I was out looking to sell $10 ebooks. But press releases work, and a lot of the things he's telling you, they work also. I mean, we just do it. But the main thing is to just do it.
All right, welcome back. As you can tell from Durante's story, you don't necessarily have to get it right the first time out to experience success. And in fact, if right now you feel as if you got it all wrong, don't be discouraged. Look at Durante's story and know that you still have time to make the necessary changes so that you can experience your wealth and create those profits that are just waiting for you out there in whatever market it is you should actually be in. If you look at Intel, there's no question about Intel's success today and their dominance in their field. But what many people don't know is that back in the 80s, Intel was in a business that was making them absolutely no profit. They had superior innovation, they had great marketing, they had great technology, they had great engineers. But in like 1985, they took a $200 million loss in the memory chip business. And they had to make the hard decision to get out of that business. And maybe you're today facing that hard decision that you've been pursuing a certain market and it's been making no money and you're just constantly losing money. Maybe you need to make that hard decision, like Intel or like Durante, and cut your losses and pursue something that you have the opportunity to really make profits in. Either way, I want you to know that you do have the power to create profits. Now, this is going to be our last episode until January, so I want to wish you and yours a very Merry Christmas and a Happy New Year. And be sure this week to check the Stephen Live blog. That's www.stephenlive.com/blog, so you can see how you can make this Christmas season your biggest and best yet. Until next year, again, this is Stephen Pierce, and you do have the power to create profits.